Welcome to another edition of the Lakers Spotlight. I'm your host, Justin Hoff. We have a great show on tap for you today. We're going to show you highlights and post-game interviews from volleyball and soccer. We also have a special in-studio interview with wide receiver Blake Smullen. It's about to be playoff time as well, with volleyball, soccer, and football all competing in an NCAA tournament within the next 2 weeks. Basketball season is about to kick off as well, with a regular season opening this weekend. Last week, the women's soccer team took on Ferris State, and over the weekend, the ladies had a matchup against Saginaw Valley State for the GLIAC Tournament Championship. As for the volleyball team, they took on Lake Superior State last week. Let's see how it all went down. Well, the Grand Valley State's women's soccer team looked to finish the regular season undefeated as they took on Ferris State Saturday, November 1st. It was senior day for the Lakers. A class of 8 players would play their last regular season game as a Laker. Most notably, it would mark an end to Katie Taffler's regular season career, which was nothing short of spectacular. Legendary, really. Coming into this Ferris State game, she had recorded a GLIAC Conference record 111 goals and 260 points, which ranked 3rd and 4th respectively in Division II history. As for the game, both teams were held scoreless in the first half, but you knew that it wouldn't last long with the offensive firepower Grand Valley State has. Senior Joyce Rose put the Lakers up 1-0 early in the second half. Later in the second half, Jalene Dingledine scores on a breakaway to put the Lakers up 2-0. Senior Ashley Elsas picks up her 14th goal of the year to give us a final score of 3-0 Lakers. This put the Lakers' record at 19-0 overall and 14-0 in the GLIAC. This was their second straight undefeated regular season. Senior goaltender Christina Nasturzio recorded her 12th shutout of the season with 4 saves. This victory also marked an impressive stat for the 2008 senior class. During their 4-year career, they compiled a remarkable 78-6-2 record, which is a .919 winning percentage. During that time, they've outscored opponents by a .317-34 margin. At the conclusion of the Ferris State game, the Lakers had outscored their opponents by a 68-4 margin during the 2008 season. Well, the Grand Valley State volleyball team came into this contest against Lake Superior State, ranked 4th overall in Division II, on Saturday, November 1st. It was senior day as well for the Lakers, as 4 players would play their last regular season game at Grand Valley. Those players included middle blocker Danielle Alexander, setters Jamie Ashmore and Megan Walling, and outside hitter Lauren Reber. Alexander, a native of Newport, Michigan, has had a phenomenal season this year, recording numerous awards, most notably being named for the AVCA National Player of the Week in late October. She was the first player in GVSU history to win the award. Alexander had 15 kills in this match, which placed her 10th on the all-time list at GVSU. She also recorded 3 blocks in an effort to push the Lakers past Lake Superior State in 3 sets. Fellow seniors Ashmore, Reber, and Walling all played well on senior day. Ashmore picked up 30 assists, 5 digs, and 3 kills, while Reber tallied 9 digs and 5 kills. As for Walling, she added 9 digs and 4 assists. Also chipping in for the Lakers were sophomore Rebecca Rappin and juniors Katie Gormley and Meredith Young. Rappin recorded 9 kills and a pair of block assists. Gormley collected 8 kills and 6 digs, while Meredith Young had a match-high 18 digs. GVSU tied a pair of school records on this day with their win over Lake Superior State. They matched their 2001 program record of 22 consecutive matches won, and also extended their home winning streak at 30, which matches the school record from 2000 to 2001. GVSU improved to a 25-2 record overall and a perfect 14-0 in the GLIAC Conference after this match. Impressively, with the victory, the Lakers have now won 25 matches for a 10th straight season. The question remained, could the Lakers close out the season undefeated in conference play? Well, stick around because you're going to find out later in the show. We caught up with Coach Deanne Scanlon, seniors Danielle Alexander and Lauren Reber, and junior Meredith Young after the match. Okay, we're here with Coach Deanne Scanlon. Big win tonight for you guys. 22 consecutive wins now, which ties an all-time record. Also 30 consecutive home wins. Obviously, you knew those questions were coming. Talk about doing that tonight.
Yeah, I think we approached this weekend. I let the girls know. A lot of them didn't even realize that those records were on the line. But I wanted them to understand the importance of that. There's been a lot of great teams that have played here, a lot of great seasons put together, and it's really special. Right now, everybody here is going to be a part of something that's in the record books. No matter if they are a starter or non-starter, they're part of that streak, and it's something to be proud of. It's something, we focus on our tradition here, and it was something that was in reach and we definitely wanted to accomplish, and now we want to continue that and keep adding on to it. So
Senior Day as well here, and you have to go through that each and every year. But talk about Senior Day as a whole each and every year that you have to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. I probably one of my most enjoyable things about coaching is watching the seniors, saying goodbye to them, and that may sound kind of strange, but that's what it's all about, is them getting to this point. There are so many struggles. There are very few kids that make it all four years through playing college athletics, and to see them accomplish that and then really grow, and now, they're ready. They're ready to move on. Of course, we want to finish their senior volleyball season, but it's, it's actually a very prideful moment for me.
Well, it's kind of weird. We were talking earlier before the game started about how since we do have the GLIAC clenched at home, since we're going to be playing here, it's not as weird since we know we're coming back. But I feel like it just flew by, but it's definitely cool.
What about you, Danielle?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Volleyball's been such a part of my life for 5 years, and to know that was like our last regular season game, it's pretty sad, but I guess better things will come, hopefully. So
looking ahead, you guys next week can have a tough road trip going up to the UP. Talk about that. It's got to be tough matchups, because you guys are trying not to look ahead to the postseason,
Right.
but it's right there. So what do you do as a coach to try to get them ready?
Exactly. Tech and Northern are kind of scrambling for postseason position right now, so they're gonna, they're at home. I'm sure they're looking forward to being at home. We're gonna. It's a tough trip to make. We'll probably do some things in practice. We'll probably do some things when we make the trip up there to kind of keep it, kind of fresh and, like you said, not look ahead. We'll set some mini goals during the week, and definitely some goals. Like I said, the fact that we have this winning streak going is something that we can kind of build on and put on them too. Is let's continue this winning streak right into postseason play. So.
Well, our mid-season is just kind of blah. We don't really like going through that, and we really like to get to postseason. That's where we like to hit the ground running, and that's coming up soon. So we're really excited for that, to get done with regular season and get on to postseason.
This was also you guys' 30th straight consecutive home win. You've been here for all those wins. What does it mean coming on your home court knowing that pretty much you guys are going to win?
I know. It feels good. I like playing here. I like the atmosphere. We love playing. All of our families are here coming, and it just feels good to win consecutively since my freshman year. So we hope to keep that up. We hope to have regionals here, and hopefully if we make it to nationals here.
Grand Valley State's volleyball team continues on a roll as they win their 22nd consecutive match of the season and 30th at home dating back to 2006. Grand Valley now heads up north to take on Michigan Tech in Northern Michigan next weekend. Reporting from the GVSU Fieldhouse, I'm Justin Hoff for the Lakers Spotlight on GVTV. Saginaw Valley State came to town this past Sunday to take on the Lakers in the GLIAC Tournament Championship game. This marked the third time this season that the Lakers and Cardinals tangled up. Ashley Elsas picked up 2 goals on the day. This goal gave her 16 on the season, her highest total in her 4-year career at Grand Valley. The Lakers went on to win 2-0 over the Cardinals in the falling snow. GVSU tied a Division II single-season record for shutouts with 18. The Lakers claimed the GLIAC tournament title for the second straight year. All right, we're here with Coach Dave Diani after today's 2-0 victory over Saginaw Valley State to win the GLIAC Tournament Championship for the second year in a row. Coach, talk about the win today.
Well, it was a good win. I thought it was 2 teams that have played each other 3 times, so we know each other pretty well. And I think it was a hard-fought game, not dirty, just very hard-fought and physical and intense. And there was a lot at stake. I think we were very committed to trying to win the GLIAC championship again. We knew that even if we lost, we could still probably get the 1 seed or the 2 seed going in. But I think our senior class in particular really wanted to try to continue the tradition of winning conference championships, and this was really special to get a fourth one.
I mean, this is the fourth GLIAC conference title we've won, and I think we just wanted to send a message that this was our conference and we're not going to let anyone take it away from us. So
You played pretty well now against Saginaw Valley State. You had the game winner in overtime when you guys beat them a few weeks back 2-1. What brings out the best for you at Saginaw Valley State?
Well, I would have to say that they're our rival this year, and we've always had like close games with them, and I feel like that gets our team riled up, like all of us. So I feel like that brings a lot of aggression and passion, and I think that's what you need to win a soccer game. So,
I mean, no matter the weather, we were amped to come out today because of how close the two games that we played them previously were, and especially the last one, them saying that they deserved to win and they had some bad calls and stuff like that. So we really wanted to come out and show them that we were the better team and they didn't stand a chance. So I think that kind of helped us come out so strong.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough one. It's a huge rivalry against Saginaw, and I mean, anytime you play a team 3 times, it's going to be really tough. But we knew what we had to do, and we came out and we played tough. Didn't really try to let the weather be a factor, and got the results.
What's it like to play in weather like this? Really snowy, windy, cold, slippery, everything, all the above. What's it like?
I'd much rather it be like today, the snow instead of the freezing rain. But it's definitely something you have to overcome. You have to be keeping warm all the time. Like as soon as you come out, you have to keep jogging, keep moving, or else you're not going to be able to get back up to get back and play again. So it's definitely a lot harder than playing in the nice weather. But I mean, it's what you signed up for when we played soccer.
You were named Coach of the Year this week, and as well as Katie, Offensive Player of the Year, and Natalia, Defensive Player of the Year. To have 2 players on your team get that award, and now you 3 of the last 4 seasons, a lot of awards come to Grand Valley. They really do, and especially the soccer program. Yeah. Just talk about that.
Well, it's very exciting. I think I told our kids, we had 9 out of the 11 first team all conference, and then Joyce Rose was on the second team, which is a great award for her. Great recognition. I mean, it just shows for our kids. I know a lot of people are mad, so many all conference, but our kids work hard. We're not going to make excuses for that and apologize. They work hard and they're getting represented for that, and
kind of like an all-star team out there.
I think that probably is what happens when you give up 2 goals in the conference all year and you win all your games.
Especially coming this year, since we had to play every team in the GLIAC twice, it almost means more because we got to see, the coaches got to see us play more and got to see our teams play, and like the entire first team and a couple girls in the second team being on the all-conference teams. I mean, it just shows how dominant Grand Valley is in the GLIAC, and I mean, it means a lot because that was the bulk of our season. So the fact that we could get so many girls on those conference teams and me winning the offensive and Tal winning the defensive, it kind of shows how consistent we were this season.
Definitely. Today, Elsa has 2 more goals for her. You had a pretty solid game. Seeing her play well and knowing that I've talked about this tandem before. You, Irie, and Ashley, just tough to beat, tough to stop. Looking ahead to the playoffs, who do you think is going to stand out the most, or who's going to come up with some big plays come down the playoff stretch? All you guys, kind of.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a combination of everything. In the past, teams have seemed to focus on me and put 2 players kind of on my back, and it pretty much doesn't do anything for them because that just frees up Irene and Ashley on the sides, and if I get any room I can just shoot it at them, and they're as dangerous as I am. So it will be definitely tough for other defense. I wouldn't know what to tell them. I mean, I think Ashley and Irene are amazing on the side, so if they want to put more pressure on me, then I'll be fine keep giving them assists all year. So
I just was lucky. I have great players around me on my team that help me out and make me look better than I am sometimes, and I just am thankful for such great teammates.
All right, good luck the rest of the way and keep winning.
Thank you.
It was windy, it was cold, snowy, and breezy, but not even that could stop the Grand Valley State Lakers from claiming their 2nd straight GLIAC tournament championship as they defeat the Saginaw Valley State team 2-0 today. The Lakers will now host the regional tournament next weekend. Reporting from the GVSU soccer field, I'm Justin Hoff for the Lakers Spotlight on GVTV. Well, as you can see right there, the GVSU volleyball team playing pretty good. The ladies came into last week ranked number 2 overall in Division II. They had a tough loss this past Friday against Michigan Tech in 4 sets, which snapped their 22-match winning streak. This also marked their first loss in the GLIAC Conference all season. Although the Lakers bounced back on Saturday by defeating Northern Michigan 3-2 in thrilling fashion to close out the regular season. With this 5-set victory, the Lakers finished out their regular season at 26-3 overall and 15-1 in the GLIAC Conference, which both are very impressive. Let's take a look at the latest GLIAC standings as of Thursday, November 6th. With playoffs just around the corner in volleyball, we will see how much the loss to Michigan Tech affects the Lakers as the postseason is about to start. They were carrying a lot of momentum before this loss, especially with senior Danielle Alexander. Alexander has had a great senior season so far, picking up many awards along the way, including her 3rd North Division Player of the Week award last week. The Lakers will now take their aim at the GLIAC Tournament Championship as they host Ferris State in a quarterfinal matchup on Wednesday at 7 o'clock in the GVSU Fieldhouse. The semifinals and finals will be hosted at GVSU this weekend if the Lakers win Wednesday night. Meanwhile, let's go over to the women's soccer team. Let's take a look at their GLIAC standing so far in women's soccer. As you saw in the highlight, the Lakers claimed the GLIAC Tournament Championship for the 2nd straight season. The Lakers are now 21-0 overall and 14-0 in the GLIAC Conference. The Lakers will now host the regionals this upcoming weekend as the playoffs begin in Division II women's soccer. Meanwhile, we sat down with Blake Smolin of the Lakers football team the day after they defeated Ashland in the much publicized Instant Classic, which we all saw, to get his reaction on that game and the season thus far. Right now we are joined by Lakers wide receiver Blake Smolin. Welcome to Lakers Spotlight. Thanks for coming on today.
My pleasure.
All right, let's get to the game last night. 48-42 over Ashland, back and forth. The first 3 possessions, both teams scored on a touchdown. Talk about what it was like to be a part of a shootout.
I mean, it's a great opportunity for us to get ready for future games that could be just like that. I mean, playoffs are right around the corner. Hopefully we're rolling into them just like we've been playing the past couple weeks, just on a roll, and we can get in. If shootouts do happen, we are ready for it because we have one just like this game under our belt now.
You guys now improved to 8-0 on the season. That was the 4th team that you guys beat that was ranked heading into the season. What kind of test, was last night? And another thing, the GLIAC Conference heading into the season, not a whole lot of people thought it was going to be a tough conference, but 4 teams have been ranked and played you guys this year.
I mean, no matter who we play, we're going to get the team's best shot every week. So we always expect going into the game that the team's going to be bringing their A game to try and test us because, I mean, we have these national championships under our belt, and everyone does want to beat us because we are at the top of the Division II level. So we just have to go out there and give it our best shot every game and try and take these teams down.
All right, Ashland was up at halftime 23-21. I don't know when the last time you guys were trailing at home, but entering that locker room, what was Coach saying and what was the mindset of the team? Were everybody even?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Martin was just telling us, there's still 30 more minutes left to play. I know you guys are going to come out on top, and you guys are going to bring out energy out there, and because you guys are winners, you're going to get out there and give it your best and get it done.
All right, a few weeks back, I called you the all-purpose man because you do it all. Not only I introduced you as a wide receiver, you were formerly a running back last year, one of the running backs. You do some of that as well. You're the kickoff return specialist as well. Talk about those 3 positions and how do you have as much success as you do playing those 3 spots?
I mean, with our offense, there's so many good players on our team that anyone can be a playmaker whenever they touch the ball. So we have to get out there and do what you can when you get the ball and make the best of every opportunity that you get. But, I mean, as the all 3 pretty much is the same thing, get the ball, make defenders miss, and try and get in the end zone.
You notched a season-high 239 all-purpose yards, 75-yard touchdown play in the 3rd quarter. Big play right there. That one changed momentum. Talk about that play and seeing open field, something that you've seen before a couple weeks back, 88-yard touchdown play. Talk about being wide open like that.
I mean, it was just, I guess they had a break in their coverage. The guy sat down. Our route, we just read the defender, so just blew by him. Brad threw a good ball. I thought I was going to trip and go down. Thank God that didn't happen. And then once I was in the open field, it's don't get caught, because if I get caught, we're not going to score, and I'm going to hear about it from the whole team for probably the rest of the season.
Exactly. Right before that, 36-21, the fans, everybody was kind of stunned. I don't know how exactly you guys were feeling, but talk about the momentum shifter.
I mean, it was definitely big. I mean, we were down 2 scores at that point. All of us had our doubts, but we got to stick together as a team and know that we can come back from that deficit, and that's exactly what we did. It was a huge momentum shift for us, and I think it really helped us.
All right, after your touchdown there, Todd Carter kicks an onside kick, a great play by an Ashland player, grabs the ball, and then on the ensuing play, Billy Cundiff, who had practically a perfect night, 4 touchdowns, and he threw his only interception to Jake McGuckin, senior safety. That, just more momentum flowing there. Talk about that play and being on the sidelines as an offensive player. What did you think about that?
Well, we know Jake's one heck of a player because we go against him every day in practice and one-on-one. So, I mean, if you throw the ball in his range, he's long and lengthy. He's got real long fingers. He's going to go and get the ball for us. So when that happened, I mean, the crowd, the sidelines just erupted. I haven't seen the whole stadium like that in a long time, especially our sidelines.
All right, you guys finally finished this off 48-42. I called this an instant classic, one game that I will never forget about. Talk about, as you playing in this game, 2 touchdowns, will you remember this game forever?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the only other game I could compare this to would be the national championship in '06, but that's when I was just a redshirt freshman. Sure, I was playing, but I was definitely not playing as big a role as I do now, so for sure this will go down in my memory forever.
Okay, now let's go to your season stats. You got 49 carries, 354 yards, rushing, 3 touchdowns. Basically a logjam at the running back position with James Brezic and P.T. Gates, the transfer from California. Talk about how it is to get some runs in there. You know that you have to make things count when you get that ball because there's a logjam.
Yep, I mean, Jimmy is one of the best players in the country at the running back position in my perspective, and he is only a sophomore, true sophomore on top of it. So, I mean, PT is another, he was a junior college All-American, should have went to Colorado out of high school, but he had some issues with school-wise. So, I mean, everyone's out there fighting for playing time, so when you do get the ball, you got to make good things happen.
17 receptions for 440 yards, 7 touchdowns on the season. You lead the team in receiving yards. Talk about playing receiver and converting yourself to more of a wide receiver.
I mean, it's in our offense, I mean, our running backs are pretty much receivers because we line up in the empty set a whole lot of the time. But it hurt a lot this year with Bass getting hurt in the first game and Costa being eligible. So I did have to step up in that role, try and help the team out there. But John Matthews can flex out from tight end, and he's been a big asset for our team too.
One more thing on that note. How about Scott Blasco last night? Big game for him, a nice one-handed catch. Doing a Sam McGuffey there, leaping over a player. What do you think about Blasco?
Blasco, I love Blasco. I mean, he's 29, still out there running around with us, 18 to 24-year-olds. So we call him our daddy out there. So I'm happy for him to have a good game.
Just talk about your season as a whole so far, you individually and as a team.
I mean, myself, I'm happy with how I'm doing. With Coach Martin gives me the ball, I'm trying to do the most that I can with it, and hopefully good things result. It's been good so far. So. As a team, we couldn't ask for anything more. We're undefeated. We already have a share of the conference title. We just got to close out these next 2 games, and we'll be all outright conference champs.
Going back to your decision to come to Grand Valley, you're from Grosse Ile, east side of the state. What made you come to Grand Valley? What did you like about the most, and did you know the school?
Yeah, I knew the school back when we were in our first national championship. My dad's like, hey, check out this team. They're from Michigan. They're a Division II school out of Grand Rapids area. And that's when we were playing North Dakota, and I believe we lost in that one, but it was a real close game. So I definitely knew who Grand Valley was. Plus, my sister played volleyball at Wayne State, so I'd always come up here and watch her play back when I was in high school yet. And then recruiting came around and started recruiting me. Came up here on a visit. Loved the campus. Wasn't too big, wasn't too small. Grand Rapids is only 20 minutes away. So I mean, just fell in love with school, with the area. Lake Michigan right down the road for the summer, so that's real nice.
It is a great school, a great spot. Let's go to your high school days, Grosse Ile. Talk about playing football there? Maybe not the best team like we talked about earlier, have a really good soccer program there, but talk about your football days at Grosse Ile.
I mean, my freshman year we went 6-4, lost in the first round of playoffs. Sophomore year, 6-4, lost first round of playoffs. Junior year went 3-6, wasn't too great, but then senior year started the season 1-3, went on a 5-game winning streak, getting the playoffs, and ended up losing in the state semis to DeWitt. So we turned it around as the best season in Grosse Ile history.
All right. What is one thing, getting away from football here, that most people do not know about Blake Smolin?
It's a tough one. I have a cat.
You have a cat?
I have a cat, yes.
All right. What else do you like to do besides playing football?
We're all a bunch of idiots, personally. We love to joke around with each other. We like to go hunt things in our backyard at our house. Big animal guy, love animals. We love to get into Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and just all video games in general, and then play poker a lot.
Just shows, you do the same type of stuff that everybody else does, but you can also do it on the football field and at 3 different positions.
Yep.
Last night was Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Now, talk about Coach Martin. This is the second year that he's wore pink. Do you give him a hard time about wearing that? How does he look in pink? What do you think about that?
Personally, I love when he wears the pink because it's a lot easier to see him on the sidelines when he's calling in signals. Because usually he'll be in all black and the rest of the team's in all black, so it's a lot difficult. But yeah, we heckle him. I tried to get it from him last year, but he told me I couldn't get it because they were auctioning it off on eBay. So.
Uh-oh. We'll have to talk to him about that sometime. But
Right.
How about next year, if we could come up with some money, pink jerseys?
Oh, I'd like it. I'd love it. I think it'd be a great idea.
It'd be great on video.
Oh, yeah. I wore a pink suit before, so I wouldn't mind wearing a pink jersey.
Let's go to James Brezzik, talk about him a little bit. I noticed he got a haircut. He said that he talked about it he got a haircut last weekend, and he's done pretty good since then. Maybe he's found some more speed. So, I had to ask him last night about you. Did he try to get you to cut his hair, get you to cut your hair? And he said that he tried.
People are always trying. My mom's offered me money to cut my hair, but I've been doing this ritual since my redshirt freshman year where then I went from start of season, end of season without cutting it. Last year I went from start of spring ball to the end of the season without cutting it, and this year I'm going from end of season last year to the national championship this year.
So, as you allude to there, are you kind of superstitious?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Big time.
A lot of things I do.
What's something else that you do?
Tape the wrist, write TVC on them. It's a long story about the TVC. Got to listen to the same song before every game, Holy Diver by Killswitch Engage. Besides that, can't touch the lines when I run on the field. I got to jump over all the lines, and then that's about it, really.
One of those weird things about athletes, but a lot of them do, and some don't. All right, I have an idea here. This is something that came a couple hours ago about your hair. Now, I understand about the whole season, but potentially, I wouldn't want to ruin anything, but potentially, playoff run, maybe we could do something in studio. I could hire somebody who actually cuts hair professionally, and James could assist.
No.
I'm sure.
I will never let Jimmy come close to my head with scissors.
All right, what about we keep James out of it, and we have somebody come in and you get a haircut on TV. I mean, that could be great TV. That could be something.
If we win the national championship, I'll for sure let you do that.
Okay, all right. All right, great talking to you. Thanks for coming on the Lakers Spotlight. Continued success on the season, and thanks for coming on again.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Well, as you can see right there, a lot of fun. Blake Smolin. Thanks again, Blake, for coming in. The #1 GVSU football team came away with 2 important victories over the past 2 weeks by beating Northern Michigan and Wayne State to finish off the regular season undefeated at 10-0. As for the Northern Michigan game, the Lakers took care of them 45-14 on November 1st up in Marquette. With the victory, the Lakers clinched their 4th straight GLIAC title, marking the first time in school history that GVSU has won 4 straight GLIAC championships. This put the Lakers at 9-0. While this weekend the Lakers traveled to Detroit to play Wayne State, they defeated the Warriors of Wayne State 24-10. The Lakers trailed 10-3 in the 3rd quarter. But that didn't last long as Grand Valley's offense woke up. Running back James Brezic had a big day for the Lakers with 35 carries for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns to help the Lakers complete their 4th straight undefeated regular season. As for Brezic, he was named the GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week for his efforts against Wayne State. Now it's time for the playoffs, though. The Lakers have a first-round bye this weekend. On Saturday, November 22nd, the Lakers will take on the winner of Ashland, Minnesota State. Yes, I said it. Ashland. There could be a rematch of the Instant Classic in the second round of the NCAA playoffs on November 22nd. Let's go to basketball now. In men's basketball, the Lakers enter the season ranked number 23 overall in Division II. The number 23 GVSU Lakers open up their regular season at home against Davenport this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Lakers traveled to Salt Lake City, Utah to play the Utah Utes in an exhibition game this past Saturday, and they lost 59-44. Justin Ringler led the Lakers with 11 points. As for the women's basketball team, the women's team also opens up the season this Saturday as they take on St. Joseph's of Indiana for a 12 o'clock tip. Like the men's team, the women's team took on a Division I foe in an exhibition match over the weekend, and they played Michigan State, and they fell 84-44. Elizabeth Von Tieflin led the Lakers with 14 points. Now that you know what's ahead for the GVSU Lakers, come out and see the Lakers in action and join the Laker Nation. Remember, if you miss any action, the Lakers Spotlight will bring you there with highlights and post-game interviews to catch you up on everything Grand Valley. If you have any questions or concerns, email us at lakerspotlight@gmail.com or visit our website at lakerspotlight.blogspot.com to watch the latest episodes on the web. You can watch the Lakers Spotlight on Channel 10 here at Grand Valley or on the web at lakerspotlight.blogspot.com. For everybody here at the Lakers Spotlight, I'm Justin Hoff. As always, thanks for watching, and go Lakers.